Hey guys, and welcome to episode 18 of Surg's Skyblocks. I just cleaned out my mob farm a little bit, and I got a whole bunch of bows and a leather helmet. I don't want any of this stuff. So I'm going to run down and throw it in the trash can. But I think what I'd like to do today is I'd like to make another farm, believe it or not. I don't need that leather helmet either. And everything is running just fine here. Everything's actually running really well. And you know what? I think I have a saw. I know I have a saw because I have some covers. Let's clean this up just a little bit. Yeah. That looks a little nicer. And what I want to do is I should have a table right here. Let's go ahead and get some hollow covers. And what I can do is just throw these, if I can snake my way in to see in here. You know what? I might have to remove this one. Where did it go? Did I get it? What I want to do is just make this look a little nicer. So let's go ahead and put one hollow cover there. And put one hollow cover here. And then now we can go ahead and throw this regular cover. And there we go. So now the entryway looks a little nicer. Doesn't really change anything, it just looks. And so I wanted to do a farm. And I want to do basically just a regular wheat farm. But there's a reason for it. And I really don't have a lot of wheat. I don't think I have any wheat. I have a couple of seeds, but not a lot. So it's going to take a little while to get up and running. So let's go and throw, well, all this stuff. Well, we can throw the buckets in here, that's fine. And torches, we don't need those on us, we have plenty. I think the rest of this stuff, I've been kind of sorting my chest a little bit, and this stuff is more of my thermal expansion stuff. And this kind of goes with thermal expansion. So, I want to do a farm. So let's go ahead and pull up forestry here. And I'm going to need some more of those farm blocks. So I'm going to need some more tin electron tubes, which is a bunch of tin and some redstone. You guys have seen me make this before. And I need it in my thermionic fabricator. And you know what? Since I keep removing the thermionic fabricator anyway, let's just put it downstairs. What is this? This is tin. And I'm going to need some sand because I need to melt down sand with it. Now I won't need anywhere near as much as I just grabbed, but it's fine. I'll just put the rest away. And you know what? I'll just put my thermionic fabricator right here for right now. And it'll get plenty of power. So let's go ahead and throw some sand in here. Get some tin electron tubes. And I just have to wait for this to heat up. And what was it? 36 I think I needed? So let me go ahead and get those. And then I'll get the gearbox and hatch. Well, at least I'll make some tin gears. And then I'll be back. Okay, so I'm making up everything that I need. There's 36 farm blocks, and I have a couple of extra tin electron tubes anyway. I made some extras because at some point I'm probably going to make another forestry farm. So I used up the glass that was melted down already. So I have these, and I'm going to need one trapdoor, and that's for the hatch. And then what did I need for the... There's the gearbox, the hatch, and then the valve. Oh, I need 2 pieces of glass. So let's grab that. So let's do let's crack stone. We do 1. Gearbox. We do 1 hatch. See, it's still not letting me do that. So there's 1 hatch, and then 1 of the valves. So I have all the farm pieces that I need. So let's go ahead and... You know what? Let's just put it out this way. So we need to go at least, what's this, 1, 2, 3, 4 that way, and then we're gonna have the 3 blocks there. So I'm probably gonna. I don't know if I have any birch half slabs. Oh yeah, I do. Do I have an axe? Once I run out of these stone axes, then I'll probably make like a diamond one or something. So let's see if I can get at least most of this back. I think that's good. So make sure not to fall off. So let's see. Yeah. I'm just going to go and build out in this direction for a little bit. And then expand that bottom platform too. And I'll be right back. So I have most of it set up. And just like the other one over there, I am going to need to finish this off. And... Did I make extras? Maybe I made extras. So, I think just like that one over there, I'm going to want the gearbox here for power. Yeah, that's right. And then water in the center, and the hatch on this side. So we can go ahead and finish this off just like that. I guess I did make a... Maybe I don't know. Oh. And if we give it a second, it should form. There it goes. Now, the default configuration is it's a tree farm. And that's not what we want. But we can go ahead and at least start working on some of the stuff that we had done over here. So I'm going to need an aqueous accumulator, a redstone furnace, and yeah, let's at least get those parts. So I'm going to need... We already made a redstone furnace recently, so really easy to go ahead and make another one. I know I'm going to need some bricks, so I might as well get those cooking now. And I'm going to need a steam dynamo. And, well, basically all of that's from thermal expansion. So let's go ahead and look up thermal expansion here. So we're going to need a redstone furnace. So I'm going to need a machine frame and a redstone reception coil. And 3 pieces of redstone, 2 gold, 5 iron, and what else was in that? 2 pieces of copper. We're also going to need the steam dynamo, which is 3 pieces of copper, and then, so that's 11 more copper. and a piece of silver and 2 redstone. Was that it? So 3 pieces of redstone. And 1 piece of silver, which yeah, that's stuff right there. So that's everything we need to make the steam dynamo. We're also going to need the aqueous accumulator, which is right here. So I'm going to need another machine frame and 2 tin and a bucket. So 2 tin, and I might as well grab 3 more tin for the bucket. And a pneumatic servo. And I think that should be about everything. At least for those 3 machines. Let's see, our bricks are done. And I know we're going to need some hardened energy conduit. We're also going to need some item ducts. So let's just grab not that many. And let's go ahead and make everything. So I know I'm going to need a couple of machine frames. 2. So 2 machine frames. I know I'm going to need some bricks. And then I grabbed a couple pieces of extra tin to make a bucket. And redstone reception coil. Ooh, and I'm going to need 2 more pieces of iron. I was thinking that was a different recipe. That's okay. I could use the stone gears, I guess. So let's see. Not redstone furnace. Nope, not that recipe. It's the thermal expansion one. So now we should be able to put together our steam dynamo. We'll go ahead and get our redstone furnace once we have our redstone reception coil. And then the aqueous accumulator. Oh, I still need a pneumatic servo. What am I missing? Oh, I didn't grab enough glass. So aqueous accumulator. So, now that I think about it, the steam dynamo is not going to work as well. I might need a whole bunch of item ducts. And I might as well make a couple more pneumatic servos. And it's just because I know at some point I'm going to need them, and I'd rather have them on hand than have to run back and make them. So let's go ahead and actually, since I'm doing it this way, I don't even need a redstone furnace, because I kind of need to get wood from here. So I should be able to, and I don't have any covers. I'm going to need at least a couple of covers. Well, let's set up what we have. So we have the steam dynamo. So let's go ahead and plop that right here. And we also have the aqueous accumulator. So we can go ahead and plop that right here. And that'll start getting water, and most likely it's putting it into the steam dynamo here. Yeah, it's got a little bit of water. And it'll probably put some of it into the farm as well. Let's grab some covers, because I'm going to need those. And stone brick covers work just as well as anything else. And so we'll cover this one and cover this one. And we just run this. Oh, I need to cover that one too. We just run this straight down this way. I know it's a long ways, but I mean, we already have one furnace making charcoal. So, I mean, it's already backstuffed. So there's no reason that it can't supply this steam dynamo too. Now we're also going to need 2 buckets of water. And we're probably going to need some other stuff. So, let's see. I'm going to need dirt. So let's run this here, but I don't want it to go all the way just yet. So I'm going to run it to, say, here, because I don't want it to connect. Not yet. And, well, right now it's a tree farm. So we need to turn it into a wheat farm. So let's look at doing that before we hook anything else up. And I don't need all of these item docks. And I don't know why I made extra bricks. So, because we wanted a wheat farm, we have to go back to forestry, and there's another machine that we need. And that is the carpenter, which isn't hard. We're just going to need some bronze, which I might even have some. I do. So first we're going to need a sturdy casing, which is basically just like a furnace with bronze. And I believe it was just like that, and 2 pieces of glass. So this will get us our carpenter. And I don't have any food? No wonder I was getting hungry. So we have a carpenter, but I'm going to need power for it, and I'm going to need some water. Now I wonder if I can just put water in with buckets. Let's try that. I know I can pump water in, but I mean, forestry machines, they continuously use power, which is going to continuously use lava, and it's not really something I want to do. So let's go ahead and throw, a little bit of water in there. We might as well just throw 2 buckets. And I'm also going to need a little bit of redstone. Oh, not a whole stack. And some gold. And I'm going to need a soldering iron. So let's see if I can find that here. Right there. So 3 pieces of iron and a piece of bronze. And that's in the carpenter as well. And I might as well grab some of these oak wood. And I already have the bronze on me. So let's go down here and let's make the soldering iron, which is just like so. And oh, I have to put the items in here. Those are just ghost images. So it'll take a second and it'll create that. And then the other thing that I'm going to need is I'm actually going to need the thermionic fabricator. And so I'm going to need a little bit of glass. Let me down. So our soldering iron, there. Our soldering iron's done. And so we want to set up the next recipe, which is 6 gold and 3 redstone. Or is it the other way? I don't think it's this way. Oh, apparently it is. So I'm going to need a little bit more in the way of redstone. Not that much. I keep doing that. So let's go ahead and throw this in here, and we'll give that a second to finish. And while it's doing that, what I need is I'm going to need some bronze electron tubes. And so that's working. So I have my thermionic fabricator, and I have some bronze. I'm going to need a little bit of redstone again. And once we get our circuit board, now we can go ahead and remove this here. And I probably need a pickaxe. We'll hook up our thermionic fabricator, and then we'll go ahead and do just like this. Now this doesn't use phantom blocks, so it's kind of weird. Some of the machines do and some of them don't. So there we go. 4 bronze electron tubes. And what we can do is if we take our soldering iron and we go ahead and open it up, you can see here we can modify an electric engine, a managed farm, or a manual farm. And I think I want a managed farm. I want to let it do its thing. And if we go just like this with the bronze electron tubes, you can see now it turns into a crop farm. And we just pop our circuit board right in here, and there we go. So now we have a circuit board for a crop farm. And we can throw all of this stuff away. So now if we come over here to the farm that we set up, I can go ahead and take this circuit board, and that's what this slot here is for. You can kind of see they look exactly the same. Right now it's set up for trees, but once I put this in here, there we go. Now it's set up for crops. And so we just need to get everything else set up for it. And I have my water that I'm going to need. And I actually don't need my circuit board, or my soldering iron. And I don't need those. So let's go ahead and set this up down here. And I wonder how this is doing for fertilizer. It's not too bad. So let's go ahead and put 1 bucket of water here. And of course that popped off that torch. Right there looks good. And then we're going to need a little bit of water here. Oh, that's not where I meant to put it. So I'm going to need 1 more bucket of water. And for some reason those dryads are just popping up all over the place. Right there. So now this should start filling up very quickly. And our dynamo should be... Yep, that's filling up really good as well. So we have power. And we have water. We're just going to need some fertilizer. And now I can actually go and set up this item duct. So this item duct I think I want to pull out. And so let's go ahead and put in a pneumatic servo, and we'll tell this one to ignore redstone signal. And then we'll put one more item duct right here, and that'll go ahead and put things in. And what we should start to see is as we get dirt, which I wonder if it's, yeah, it looks like it's cooking some up. So as we get dirt, it's going to try to put it in here, but this is full. And so what it's going to do is it's going to go ahead and this is the next closest inventory. Oh, I don't want that to connect right there. There we go. So this is the next closest inventory. So if we give it a second, it should start to put dirt in here, because it knows this is full. It cannot accept any more. Once this composts down. So let's give it a second, and looks like there's a couple of them going. That's really good. Now what we can also do is we can tell this to input wheat directly into these barrels. So I can actually go, and I wonder if I have servos. I don't have servos in here. So let's see if I can steal a plant ball. There we go. So what I can do is I can put servos in here and configure them to whitelist plant balls. Nope, I don't care about the redstone signal. Whitelist plant balls. There we go. And I wonder if dirt... Ah, see, there it goes. Dirt's making its way. So this should go ahead and start planting the dirt. But it's not going to do that until we provide it with some fertilizer. So let's go ahead and get that. So right now it's just whitelisted plant balls, which isn't going to affect this at all. But what we could do is we could hook it up and whitelist wheat. But I don't really want to do that yet, because I do want to get at least a supply of wheat. What was I doing? Oh, fertilizer. So let's just grab, I don't know, a handful. And I wonder if I have any in here already. Doesn't look like it. Now that does make extra, but I know I need some for this farm anyway. And running 2 farms, it doesn't hurt to have a little bit extra. So the last thing that it wants is it's waiting for some seeds. So let's throw at least what we have in here. And as soon as we do that, it should start planting the dirt. Am I missing something? Managed. Yeah, managed farm. It's not a manual farm. I don't have to plant this. Maybe I need more dirt? I don't think that's what it's waiting on. And it should be supplying power, so that shouldn't be a problem. Let's go check and just make sure. Oh, you know what? I know what it is. Derp. I can't hook the engine directly to this because the engine is outputting RF, and this doesn't need RF. I need a fluid duct. It needs MJ, and in order to convert RF to MJ, I have to have at least one conduit. So let's grab a fluid duct here. Now, it's getting a little cramped back here, but you know what? It's not hurting anything. And what we'll do is we'll put a fluid duct here, and then go ahead and face this guy up, and he should start getting water. We'll go ahead and throw the charcoal back in him, and one hardened energy conduit, just like that. And there it goes. It's starting to take the dirt out. Now, one thing I'm wondering is it going to make a mess on the edges? See, like right here? I don't want it to fill in water in those spots. Did it run out of... No, it didn't run out of dirt. Looks like there's some spots that it didn't actually put dirt. Oh well, it should work just fine. Let me grab a few bones and pulverize them down. And what I'm going to do, and I've kind of been getting rid of the bone meal, but that's just because I don't want a barrel full of bone meal when I already have a barrel full of bones. So I'm going to go ahead and pulverize down. I probably don't even need that many. Nowhere near that many. So I'm going to pulverize down these bones. And then go ahead and get the farm going just a little bit. And I'll be back once I get that done. So I went and removed the import because we don't need dirt. Now that the farm is completely set up, we don't need any more dirt. So I probably didn't need that import anyway. And if we go up top now, you can see I went through that whole stack of bones. And everything's fully set up. So this will grow on its own. We've already have extra seeds. And I actually took some of those extra seeds and put them in a barrel. So that way, when we get even more than that farm can hold, it has a place to put them. I also set up this barrel here with wheat. And, you know, next episode, we'll go ahead and maybe do something with that wheat. Unfortunately, guys, we are at that wrapping up point. So I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Let me know what you think in the comments. Go ahead and throw it a like if you liked it. Subscribe if you're not already. Also, what would you think of maybe me doing Agrarian Skies and putting down Surg Skyblocks for a little bit? Now, I still plan on updating the mod pack, but I figure, you know, Agrarian Skies kind of gives a little bit of a questing, so I can do the same mods, but just have a order to it. Let me know what you think in the comments. I hope you guys enjoyed, and with that, I will see you guys later.